through the process, but because they were doing things on his behalf, of course, he wanted to let them go. So they released more than 1,000 people who participated in the insurrection on this government, many of whom had previous criminal records, like Mr. Theodore Mindenforth, who was convicted of predatory criminal sexual assault of a child, or Mr. Peter Schwartz, who had 38 prior convictions, including one where he beat his wife by repeatedly punching and biting her. Trump also pardoned Mr. David Daniel, who was convicted of production and possession of child pornography. Trump also pardoned Mr. Daniel Ball, who, quote, threw an explosive device that detonated upon at least 25 officers during the Capitol riot. He also had a record for, quote, domestic violence by strangulation. I'm not done. Trump also pardoned Mr. Andrew Taki, who sent nudes to an undercover law enforcement officer who was posing as a 15-year-old girl. Mr. Casey Hopkins also received a pardon from Trump, and Mr. Hopkins was convicted of forcible rape. According to court records, he, quote, had forcible intercourse with the victim, choked her to the point of impairing her vision, banged her head into a wall, and urinated into the victim's mouth as he humiliated her. These are the people that he decided to release in the streets of D.C. So if anybody does need to clean up D.C., I would agree it is this man, because he is the one that is causing half the crime that we have.
The chamber was packed, tension thick. The chair recognized Jasmine Crockett from Texas. She didn't waste a second. Ignoring court orders? Lawless. Impounding congressional funds? Violates the law. Invoking emergency powers without cause? Unlawful. Sending troops uninvited? Violates the law. Covering for pedophiles? She smirked. Yeah, I threw that one in there. She moved like a prosecutor stacking evidence, her words cutting through the silence. Revoking birthright citizenship? Violates the 14th Amendment. Violating due process? Violates the 5th and 14th. Redistricting to erase people of color? Unconstitutional. Un-American. Reporters scribbled furiously. The Republicans across the aisle shifted in their seats. And then she struck. Can you tell me if it's lawful or lawless to violate free speech? That's lawless, which brings me here. Jimmy Kimmel. I'm going to say it. Free Jimmy Kimmel. Enough of the silencing, enough of the abuse of power. Gasps rippled through the room. Trump's face tightened. His allies froze. Jasmine wasn't done. This administration has committed every crime I've just listed. They've bombed illegally, shredded the Constitution, and turned the First Amendment into their personal weapon. Trump has sued newspapers, networks, comedians, all because he can't handle truth. He raised his voice, every syllable landing like a gavel. This is the same man who pardoned child predators, domestic abusers, rioters who threw bombs at police, rapists, pedophiles, terrorists. He set them free. But a comedian speaking facts? That's who he wants locked up. The crowd erupted. Phones shot into the air. Hashtags lit up online in real time. Jasmine leaned forward one last time. So I'll say it again. Release Jimmy Kimmel. Free him. And if you won't, then you answer to Congress, to the law, and to the people of the United States. Silence. Even Trump's usual bluster was gone. For once, the room belonged entirely to Jasmine Crockett.